Hey friends, it's Missy. Thank you so much for joining me again today. I'm back with a new layout, and this one is for the Paige Evans design team. And our theme this week is featuring the washi tape. And I'm going to use this paper as my background. I love this gradient pink. It's paper 18. I think it's so pretty, and it's got a really fun small pattern on it. It's perfect for a background. And then the washi tape book is amazing. There are 3 really big pages of these awesome, beautiful strips of washi tape, and there's some scallops, there's some flowers, there's some stars, all kinds of a variety of colors and patterns. So pretty. So I'm going to start with this beautiful pink paper, and I'm going to smudge some white gesso on it because I'm going to add some watercolor to the background. And I like the fact that it's gradient. It's kind of light at top and then it gets darker at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is just sort of enhance that and put my gesso on mainly one side and kind of fade it so it's kind of lighter on the other side. And I don't know which way I'm going to turn it yet. I just know that I didn't want my design to be in the center of the page. I wanted it to be over to one of the sides. So what I decided to do to use the washi tape in a fun way was to stick a bunch of strips onto some white, this is just some packaging that came in some stickers, and it's very smooth. And I'm just going to make some strips here with the washi tape and just play around with it and make them very colorful. You can't mess this technique up. It's very easy. So I'm just going to take some time and pick out some solids and some colors, different patterns, and just make sure that each edge is touching, and so it's going to make a solid pattern. And what I'm going to do is take some circle punches and punch circles out of it. And it's going to create a really fun, colorful design for my background. And you know, there's so many different things you could do with washi tape. You could stick it directly onto your paper. You could create frames with it. You could tear it. So many things. And I've done this technique before. It's been a while, but it always turns out really nice. And it's a great way to get lots of color and pattern on your layout in small increments, because you can make the circles, you know, as big or as small as you want, but you can scatter them around the page, and you're going to get lots of color from all this different washi tape instead of using giant patterns, if that makes sense. So you can get a lot in just little bitty bits. So this is all I'm doing, is taking some punches. I think I have a 2-inch, a 1.5 inch, and a 1 inch, and just punching. And I'm going to get some stripes. I'm going to get in some of those butterflies, some flowers, some hearts. So pretty. I love this collection. It is gorgeous. There's just something for everybody. I mean, I think if you can think of a pattern or shape, it's included in this collection, and it all matches together so nicely. You can see there how colorful everything is already. And you know, this looks like a pattern paper, but it's the washi tape, so this is something fun. Here are my pictures. These are some of my favorite pictures ever of me and my girls. We're just sitting around on a Saturday. This was probably 2 years ago, and I just grabbed everybody and we were cuddling and laughing and smiling, and of course I had to take some pictures, and everyone's just, it was a good time. And we do this a lot. I need to keep my camera phone with me more than I already do, but yeah, the pictures aren't that great quality because we're in our living room and it's kind of dark in there, and the sun was coming in on my face, but I don't care. It's the memory that I want to preserve, and so I transferred them to black and white and made them work. So what I'm going to do is add some Shimmers watercolor to my background here, and I'm just using a really pretty teal aqua color here. I'm just trying to mimic some of the colors that are in the washi tape, and I'm doing the same thing that I do pretty much all the time, and that's use the packaging technique. Also some splatters. A lot of this is going to be covered up because the pictures are going to kind of go over to the right lower area, and then I'm going to have the circles kind of come out to the left part of that. But when you're doing mixed media, you know, you make a big area of it, and inadvertently some of it is going to get covered up. For me anyway. I mean, that's, you know, not the case for every single person who does this, but that's usually how my pages turn out, especially when you've got, you know, lots of embellishments that you want to add around the pictures. That's a really pretty pink color. It's called Sweetheart, and I'm just going to add some pink in, and I'm also going to add in that reddish orange color. I don't use red a lot, but I wouldn't technically call this red. It's more of a deep reddish orange coral, I guess you could say. But it goes with the pink really pretty, and I think at the finished, when you see the finished layout, it's all going to coordinate really, really nicely. And I love the addition of that color in this collection. When you see it mixed with everything, it looks really pretty. So I keep bringing the pictures back in so I can see what's visible and what's not. And then I'm going to start to play around with the circles and add those back in. And my problem was, well, not really a problem, but my issue was that I wanted the circles to kind of overlap, and that sort of covers up a lot of what I just did, which is fine, but I don't want it to be completely covered up. So I'm going to work on that. So this paper here, it's got some of the speech bubbles on it. I went and considered using some things from that. I looked through the chipboard stickers. I came back to this paper here. I don't want, yes I do. I do wind up using a piece from it. I cut a couple of these speech bubbles out because I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use. I like that one because it's a circle. And it says, I believe the good things are coming. And now I'm just going to play around with some embellishments. This is the journaling spot, journaling tags package. And I'm going to use that little yellow scallop circle piece and that piece that I just tucked under the top photo there. I'm going to use those as layers. And then over on the left side of my page, I've got the ephemera die cut pack spread out. And so I'm going to pick a couple things from there that I want to use too. I didn't want to get too crazy with extra embellishments because those washi tape circles are pretty busy and pretty colorful on their own. So I am going to use that really pretty rose gold butterfly and that magical arrow because it looks perfect where I wind up putting it. So I'm going to add some tissue paper underneath the pictures there, as well as some foam, and this is just going to lift everything up off the page and give it a little dimension. And it just makes the layers, when you tuck things underneath it, if you have your photos kind of raised up, it just makes it look better, I think. It gives it some shadowing and some depth, and it really makes the layers look like they're really layered under there. I'm going to stick that little magical arrow where it's at right now. I love how that looks. It just worked out perfectly. I love how it's pointing to my youngest daughter's crazy smile. In the top photo, her eyes were closed and she was laughing and trying to get my hand off of her neck because I was trying to tickle her and make her laugh. I just think it's super cute. And my oldest daughter is trying to hide her mouth, but she was laughing too. So I'm going to start to stick everything down, but not the photos. So before I glue those down, I'm going to add in some thread. And I just got the coordinating colors here, some teal, some pink, and some of that yellow color. And my pictures are kind of crooked. I don't want them perfectly straight. I do want them to look a little off center there, because it's just kind of an off-center type of layout. I've got the messy background. I've got the circles kind of just layered in wherever they, looks like kind of like wherever they landed. And then the meaning of the photos, you know, crazy, laughing, everybody was just all over the place, all over the couch. And so I didn't want it to be perfectly straight because our life is not perfectly straight. It's messy and crazy all the time. And so I like my layouts to reflect that, especially when it's happening in the photo. This is another strip of the washi tape, cute little scalloped coral color piece. I'm going to stick down there underneath the bottom picture. And these flowers are super awesome. They are rose gold, and I'm going to cut a couple of them to add in little spots around all of this cluster of circles. It sticks really well. This washi tape is fantastic. I really would like an entire pack of just rose gold washi tape in different shapes. I think that would be awesome. I love the addition of that to this collection. I think it just really brings out all the other colors, and it's just pretty. It's different. So I went back and made some smaller washi tape circles. I did that off camera, and I used I think a 1/2 inch circle, so just to add a little bit more in and around what I've already got going here. And then I did a little bit of machine stitching. Now I don't have rose gold thread, so I just used regular metallic gold thread, and it looks okay. I just stitched horizontally through a couple of those circles just to add some extra shine and a little bit of extra texture. And then I went back into the journaling spots, and I picked this one out mainly because it's small and it's circular, and it's got the rose gold around the edges, and I just cut it in half, and I'm going to tuck it in for extra shine. And again, it's just another fun layer to tuck in there. And you don't have to use the journaling spots just for journaling. You know, think outside the box and use them wherever you think they will look good for that particular page. Now this is the chipboard sticker sheet. I'm going to use a couple of chipboard butterflies there on the left. And then the sticker book is amazing. There's a lot of the rose gold. I went through it several times. I couldn't come up with a title for this layout. There were so many things I wanted to use for it, but I couldn't decide, so I hem and haw around a lot before I decide on the title. I am going to use this little happy tab sticker there, and that's from the sticker book. And I like the pops of red that I'm got going around the page. This is a little clear sticker. I didn't know where to stick it at first, but it says together. I'm going to wind up sticking it right down there at the bottom. I changed my mind about the circle up top, and I used one that says it's the little things because, you know, even though we're just technically cuddling on the couch, I love those little things, and so it was perfect for this. I decided to make the title Everyday Cuddle Fest because that's what we were doing. And I'm going to use Everyday. That's a die cut from the ephemera pack. And then these little tiny alphas are from the sticker book. And I tried to make them line up so they were straight. That's pretty much the only thing that I definitely wanted straight on this layout. So Everyday Cuddle Fest. And then I'm going to add some thread under Everyday, just to add a pop of yellow, because I felt like that area needed a little bit of yellow. I'm going to add one more butterfly, and that's from this sticker book. So I've got a die cut butterfly, some chipboard butterflies, and a sticker book butterfly. Lots of different textures. So fun to mix and match like that. I am going to add a little bit of thread up at the top, just since I've got some at the bottom and now I've got some at the top. And it just kind of adds to the messy, whimsy factor. And then these are the little tiny rose gold circles that I punched out of that die cut that I cut in half. Around the edges were little tiny circles, and I'm going to use these, and it's going to look like little dots of rose gold around the page. They're teeny tiny, but kind of look like ink splatters. So I'm getting close to finishing. I do add some journaling, and then I'm going to come back in with some splatters with the aqua, the pink, and I do add some Heidi Swapp gold color shine. If there's rose gold color shine, please let me know because I need some. There's the final layout. I love these colors. This was really fun to make. Really fun to play with the washi tape. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you get your hands on this collection. Definitely don't pass over the washi tape because it is amazing. You will love it, I promise. You'll love every single piece of this collection. That is a promise also. So let me know if you have any questions about any of the techniques or any of the products, anything at all. I'll be more than happy to answer. I hope you enjoy all these close-ups. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see y'all in the next video.